You are watching or listening to or whatever the Hbomb Friends. I am Groot. No, I am Groot. No, I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot.
I'm not following this.
You said Skylanders before. You didn't say anything about Infinity or Funko Pop bobbleheads. Anyway.
That's because now we know you're spending all your money on Skylanders.
Anyway, I'm Harold, aka Hbomb, and joining me is Adam, aka Moofy.
Yep, nothing's changed there.
Yep. So if and of course if you're watching the video, besides watching me make an ass of myself, on my lower third I have the link to my autism walk. walknowforautismspeaks.org /SW Florida /H Price. The walk is this Saturday, so anything you can give can be helpful. Although we also have Extra Life coming in 2 weeks after that, so and more of that soon. But yeah, you got. I'd be glad if you contributed somewhere. Anyway, Adam, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah, we got
some reason,
Goofy
I
to
have a bit
serious
more
to
energy.
Goofy again.
For some reason, for someone who felt like they didn't get a very good sleep last night, I have some energy in my vocal cords today.
Yeah, and I've been battling something. Some sort of cold or something. It's
All I heard was, I've been battling salt. I was like, oh, okay, what did you do this time?
No, I've been battling something.
Okay.
It's trying to decide if it wants to go after my chest or my head. Yeah. But anyway, Adam, what you been playing? Watching, doing, whatever?
What you doing? Oh, actually, not much has changed in my gaming habits the last couple weeks. Trying to figure out, did I play something else besides what I got here?
I moved one down to featured, so...
Yeah, I know that. But no, because since the last episode, one game has primarily been taking up most of my time. But in the meantime, I did play a whole bunch of Forza Horizon 2. Got a lot of that out of the way.
So is that pretty good?
It is really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Playground has nailed it again. The only thing that I haven't experienced yet in the game is the online, which is something I gotta do. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Who knows?
Yeah.
And then some more Hyrule Warriors. Nothing's really changed there.
Yeah, we talked about that on Podcast 64, and by we, I mean Matt and Jerry talked about it.
Other than that, it's like other than the ones we're going to talk about later, just some quick pickup sessions in there of certain other games that I've been playing on and off for the last couple of months, I guess. I've actually been kind of busy the last while, since the last show. So, other than my
and it's been a short week since we recorded on Wednesday last week, and we're back on a regular Tuesday.
And a lot of that was taken up by Forza Horizon 2, trying to finish as much of the main story of the game as much as possible before Friday.
Not to mention our 2 featured games.
Yeah.
But okay, so Skylanders Trap Team. Yeah, you should really be watching the video.
Too bad no one will.
Yeah. Anyway,
we need to find that one guest that puts us over.
Get GPD back on here.
Wombat, we're looking at you, buddy.
Here's looking at you, Wombat. Anyway, I got the Dark starter pack. This guy is Dark Wildfire. And this guy here with the bow and the sword is Dark Snapshot. And this guy is Food Fight. He's like some sort of deranged onion with a tomato gun.
See, I see all these figures all around work. I just haven't had time to stop and look at them.
Yeah, and of course, also life and water traps. And the Dark Kit also came with a Chaos trap.
Nice.
And of course, here's the portal. And of course,
Okay, so
right here's
nice.
the speaker. So yeah.
Now it has a speaker. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
For
That's gonna get
the
annoying.
Characters in the trap. It'll be
Okay,
fun
so-
once I capture Chaos.
Okay, so you're gonna have to explain to me how Trap Team is different from Skylanders then.
Actually, you know what? There's a little bit of disappointment here. I mean, essentially, the only thing these trap masters can do that no other Skylander can do is break down crystals. That's kind of dumb. I mean, they've done that before. That and trap masters can only enter the secret elemental areas, which also pisses me off, which means I have to hurry up and get one trap master of every element in order to get to everything. Well, if I was that crazy enough to want to get into everything. Not to mention, I still have 6 more elements worth of traps to acquire as well. But the traps, you fight certain characters, certain mini-bosses and bosses, and then you can trap them in their respective elements.
That's funny. Your phone vibrated, and my iPad told me I had mail at the same time.
Yeah. And no, they're not related.
I hope not.
But yeah, at Skylanders, it's more of the same, but I think I like what I've played so far. I mean, I like the trapping element. The Trap Masters, that's kind of disappointing after the innovation of the Swap Force on the last game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Giants, when they did the Giants, essentially you really only needed one Giant, and I still only have one Giant. The one that came with it, T-Rex.
Dude, I remember everyone was looking for that Ninjini figure, and I remember I had big opportunities to get that Ninjini figure too, and I just didn't have the money when I found it.
I know what that is. I'm discovering that the 2 Disney Infinity Series 1 figures I don't have can't find.
Yeah.
So if you find Violet or Francesco, please let me know.
Yeah, I think like at work they're all 2.0 figures now.
Yeah.
I think, as I said before, 2 weeks ago we had a whole bunch of Francesco figures on clearance. So if anything, they were on their way out and no one was buying them.
Yeah. Okay, so Vib Ribbon came out on PSN today. Those who don't know, this is an old PS1 title that it made it to Europe, but it never made it to North America.
Yeah, you're gonna have to refresh my memory on this game too, because I've heard of it, and then in the past couple of years I've kind of forgot about it.
It's a rhythm platformer.
Okay, so this is one I'm gonna have to buy.
Yeah, it's like the first rhythm platform, or at least an early rhythm. I mean, I first found out about this game when Co-op did a feature on Bit Trip Runner.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me, a Bit Trip Runner.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a forebearer of Bit Trip Runner. You have it controls with 4 buttons. L up, LR down, and X. And each button corresponds to a certain trap in the path, whether it's a gap, or a step, or a wave, or a loop. and I got through the easy and medium, and then one thing it was able to do from the original, well, at least when you're playing it on PS3, obviously you can't do it on Vita, is use a CD and it makes a track out of music from your CD. Except the tracks that would create the levels it was creating from my music was pretty tough because it was combining. It was combining, so you had a simultaneous step and a loop, or a simultaneous wave and a step, or something.
Yeah, but the thing is that even with the amount of games that you can do that, it never detects it perfectly. There's always some offbeat stuff. There's always some things that don't make sense in there. So it's kind of like it's a.
But yeah, of course, naturally, the first thing I was trying was Bare Naked Ladies.
Is it because Canadian bands, back in the days were awesome? Now what does Canada have? Avril Lavigne and Justin Flippin' Bieber.
Hey, Bare Naked Ladies are still cool.
But it's like back in the day, like BNL, Bryan Adams, and all those guys. Great Canadian talent in the 21st century. It's mired by posers.
Wait, you put BNL in the same sentence as Bryan Adams?
What, you don't like? Here's what we.
I'm kidding.
Still, here's what we have for Canadian music talent nowadays: Nickelback, Justin Bieber, Avril Lavigne. 3 names no one wants to associate themselves with.
Well, I don't know. I still don't 100% get the Nickelback hate.
I don't either, but it's like, whatever.
I don't get the U2
People don't
hate
like
either.
Nickelback.
They're not Canadian. They're Irish. But still, I just don't get the hate.
Wait,
yet
who's Irish?
Love Jack White. Go figure.
Who did you say was Irish?
U2.
Oh, U2.
Yeah, but I was just comparing
the
Nickelback hate to the U2 hate, particularly over the iTunes
it's
debacle.
Freaking legendary.
Yeah, but apparently not good enough for them to put stuff on your iTunes account.
Hey, that was fine. Hey, free U2 album. It's like, hey, I'll take that any day.
Speaking of Apple,
iSheep.
The problem I had last week, apparently, it kind of resolved itself.
It's a miracle, folks.
And I put on the U2 album. I may have to put that as the intro now.
Imagine all the hate we'd get after that. Put U2 at the front, put Nickelback at the end. There you go.
This is
perfect.
I can't even do it. I'm gonna hear John sing Nickelback. Look at this photograph.
Honestly, though, I'm not a big fan of Chad Kroeger's voice. That's the thing. Other than that
was Kroger.
Sometimes that shit makes me batshit crazy.
Look at this. Okay, so yeah. And then 2 shows I want to mention. New one, they just had their 3rd episode, Monday nights on CBS, Scorpion. Come here! No,
Get over here!
Nothing to do with Mortal Kombat. Essentially, and it's based on true story, or at least true events. It's about this team of geniuses. It's enlisted by the Department of Homeland Security to to try to save the world, or try to put out, try to fight hotspots like most recent episode was a rash of bombings, and there was one where the governor's daughter was biohacked. She was infected with.
What?
She was infected with a genetically altered virus to attack specifically her. Yeah, they called it biohacking.
Makes sense.
And of course, one character they meet in the pilot, she's a waitress, and she has a son who is a genius. So they enlist her to help them deal with the rest of the world, but also to help her understand her son. And it's all done really well.
And before the son's autistic.
They don't say autistic.
I don't think they would associate that, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody, any of the characters on the show is on the spectrum. I would have to say it was Sylvester, the human calculator.
The Department of Homeland Security, first saving America, now saving the world.
Anyway, also Space Janitors, season 3 started today.
That sounds hilarious.
It is. It's over at youtube.com/geekandsundry. Last 2 Saturdays, cast and creators were doing live streams, live commentary of seasons 1 and 2. That's also available up at Geek and Sundry. I even called in on on one show and totally choked. So essentially, it's kind of what it sounds like. It's the main characters are janitors and
in space.
Yeah, largely a Star Trek spoof. A Star Wars spoof with hints of other sci-fi like Star Trek, and last season there was like a Tron-like scene.
Nice. So it sounds like it's just a big parody of things.
Yeah, and it's hilarious, and it's Canadian.
Yeah, even better.
Yeah, they're based out of Toronto.
Are like the kings of comedy.
Oh, when they
Jim Carrey, Mike Myers, Robin Williams, Colin Mockery.
Robin Williams was Canadian?
Robin Williams is dual Canadian American, if I remember right.
Yeah. Yeah, and yet Bieber isn't funny at all.
Of course, Bieber. Well, Bieber's funny when he gets into trouble.
Where was I? It's on Geek and Sundry, and I just wish tape get going soon. That actually starts shooting this month, I believe. Anyway, moving on to our featured titles. Theater Rhythm, Final Fantasy. I finally beat it.
You quote-unquote beat.
Quote-unquote beat, yeah. So I unlocked Chaos in my party.
It's like the very easy.
And he levels up super slow.
What a jobber.
Yeah. He's got these powerful moves, but you can't even use them.
because your command points are so low, and he levels so slowly.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got one move that takes 30 points. And he starts with, and right now he has, 5.
Either way, I just spent my time just taking down some of the harder ones. Yeah. I think while I was while I was waiting for my EB games to open on Friday, I was like doing the last battle from Final Fantasy IX on Ultimate, which is actually pretty hard. And talking about the whole one note choke thing, it just continues for me because
Yeah.
apparently on my
I
on my
can't even
last
play
run,
it in Ultimate. I tried. I don't get too far.
well,
Experts,
I'm just good.
experts kind of like, and I can still do S's in expert, but I just can't do shit in Ultimate.
I'm just. It's funny because you're better at the peripheral games, and I'm just better at
Yeah.
the.
I am
It's
Groot.
funny because I'll go sweating on Elite Beat Agents. I'll go extreme on Project Diva. I'll go ultimate on Theat Rhythm, and well, because and this one still one note choking though. It's like last I did so before, as I mentioned before, I was doing the last battle from 9, which is a very hard one. While I was waiting for my EB games to open on Friday, and at first glance, it looked like I had the perfect chain down. What I didn't know is that I got it bad on like the very first note, and I didn't even pick up
So
on it.
you had your
I'm like,
one
oh, I
note.
must have got the perfect chain. Oh no, I got a bad out of it. I'm not. I'm even missing a single note in that song, which I haven't criticaled. I have one note in that song which I've never criticaled, and it's the only one. And those things frustrate me in rhythm
Yeah.
games.
Mm-hmm.
Just the one note chokes all the time.
Okay. One thing that happened since our last show, I think it happened since our last show. Um, actually, both Vita and 3DS now have themes.
They do,
Of course, Vita's themes all suck.
which
They're
is
free,
nothing.
but they suck. The
That's nothing new.
biggest thing is I don't like the music.
It's like I never liked the music, but I've had the menu music turned off for my Vita for a long time now.
Whereas last night, Nintendo's update with themes came out, and
And it was pretty awesome. Yoshi. Oh, maybe I shouldn't show that one.
what do you have on yours?
I've got a Link Between Worlds on mine.
Oh, there's a Link Between Worlds theme?
Apparently, there's also another. Oh wait, no. As you notice on my 3DS too, another thing they did is the notifications actually appear on the home screen.
Yeah.
Now. I don't know if what's coming through is any good to see. My 3DS might be.
Oh, yours looks
It's
great.
a bit bright.
Yours
But you
looks,
see
it
that
looks
window, and
great.
there's actually showing me a notification that a system update
Yeah.
is available, and it's for the one that just came out.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I mean, I've always been this like, oh yeah, paying for themes is kind of a weird, but it's funny. This is a funny mentality. It's like people hate
How
DL.
did you get a Zelda theme?
I bought it. If
No,
you go
I mean, where did you get a Zelda theme?
from the same place you got your Yoshi theme.
Did Canada get exclusive themes?
I don't know. Is it not in your theme shop?
No. Oh, there it is.
See, there you go. Because I thought, I gotta
They
make
hit
it.
it.
It's got to be made available to everyone. It can't just be a system thing. I haven't checked out the new look of the eShop yet, though.
Oh, eShop's got a new look.
Apparently, it's actually navigatable now. But we'll see.
Oh,
But see,
live check.
but while I'm looking at it, I'll just go. But this is the thing about Nintendo. You hear people about complaining about DLC and gimmick buys such as this all the time. It's like, oh, this company does day one DLC. Oh, this company does on disc DLC. Oh, this company does this, that. For some reason, when it comes to a Nintendo game, DLC is fine. Mario Kart 8 has some epic DLC coming. Everyone's in on. Almost everyone seems to be in
Nintendo
on
took
it.
some time to figure out how to do it right.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone's like, "Oh, Nintendo's behind the times," and then when they do it except for say friend codes and tying purchases to accounts instead of systems. Other than that, they nail it.
It doesn't look too different.
It's like I might still have to buy that Yoshi.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. It must be in the game details. They said something about that. I think that's where.
Okay, let me turn down my music. Oh, here's game details for Fantasy Life.
You see, it's like that now. Oh, it's
Yeah.
nice actually.
Yeah.
But here, apparently, we didn't do our homework before this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. Fantasy Life. That's one I wouldn't mind getting. There's just so much coming.
I forgot Fantasy Life comes out in
24th.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be one I have to give a try.
Yeah. I'm gonna get it at some point.
Should not.
I actually pre-ordered Captain Toad because whatchamacallit, Newegg had it for 40 and everybody else had it for 60.
Yay for adventure!
But then again, Nintendo today announced it for 40. so I may just cancel it.
Well, the days of the $40 game in Canada are pretty much over.
Yeah. But yeah, kind of getting our heads to ourselves. There's one more game that came out last week. I can't seem to remember.
I wonder what it is.
Oh, by the way, there was a couple Disney Infinity sales, so I stocked up. I think I mentioned it last week. Target had a buy two get one free.
Yeah, we didn't have one of those up here.
Yeah, those arrived yesterday. Well, except the Hulk.
That Hulk's probably busy smashing something up right now.
I am Groot.
Oh, I'm Groot.
Well, my bobblehead Groot, that was from a loot crate. But anyway, Smash Brothers.
Smash!
So have you unlocked the Game of the Year edition yet?
Oh.
That's the nickname we gave Duck Hunt Dog. Yeah, Duck.
I'm only about halfway. I'm only about 60 some Smash battles right now.
Yeah. I have unlocked Ness, Falco, Lucina, Wario, Dark Pit, and Duck Hunt.
Let's see. I've gotten so far. Let's see. Once I can get it to pop up, I actually have it in a list somewhere. I have Ness, Falco, Wario, Lucina, Dark Pit, Dr. Mario, and
Dr. Mario! I got Dr. Mario. Forgot about that.
So I'm still waiting on Rob, Ganondorf, Mr. Game & Watch, Bowser Jr., and Duck Hunt Duo. Now, how did you unlock Duck Hunt Duo? Because the only thing I have for a requirement here is 110 Smash battles. But then you'd have at least 11 of the 12 already unlocked, and you only have
I
about
don't know what I did.
There must be something that they haven't figured out yet.
Yeah.
Or maybe they figured it out since then, and I haven't checked.
Yeah, I don't quite get how some of these unlock.
It's like everyone thought that Jigglypuff was you had to finish classic mode on 7.0 intensity. It ended up being that you had to get 30 Mii customization parts. So a lot of things were in the great unknown for a while.
And I think
some of this out.
I think one of the things, one of the notifications when you get all the parts are all something, all the costumes are something. You get a message saying my body is ready.
That's nothing new.
But Nintendo embracing the Mii's. I mean, they even during on one of the Samus Trophy descriptions mentioning that Samus can roll it to the ball.
Okay, Duck
so
Hunt
she
Duo.
doesn't need to. So she doesn't need to crawl.
Okay, Duck Hunt Duo can be unlocked by clearing Classic with 8 or more characters. So
I think that's what I
another.
did.
That would be the one, because if you had done it through Smash Matches, you would have had at least 10 other characters unlocked by now.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get Ganondorf. I thought I saw something to get Ganondorf beat Classic as Link, and that didn't work for me.
It has to be on. What I'm reading is that it has to be on intensity 5 or higher.
Shit.
Which I could probably do, but I'm too lazy.
I mean, I can get all right now just on 2.0. I can get all the way to Master Hand, but I tend to lose at least once or twice in beating Master Hand.
Master Hand's a cakewalk for me for some reason.
Yeah. But yeah, I've really enjoyed what I played so far. I even dabbled in a little bit of online. I've played some online with my Podcast 64 co-host Matt, as well as former guest of the show Tyler Treese.
Dude, it's like I can't play fighting games online though. I'd get wrecked.
Oh, I did.
I can't even think about getting good online.
I'm gonna wreck it. Yeah, they should have tried. They should have gotten Wreck-It Ralph as a character.
They already had it. They already had him in Sonic and All Stars Racing Transform. I think he's got in the way of the Sega. Hey, nothing's wrong with that game. All Stars Racing Transformed is pretty awesome.
That was awesome. Sega, on the other hand,
who is only localizing things with Sonic or Hatsune Miku. Almost literally.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to stuff. New stuff / bring your own topic. Mostly news related. Dive Kick.
Dive Kick
for PS4 came out today, and it's not cross-buy. It's cross-play, but not cross-buy. Should I be angry?
Is this the first time this has happened with a game that's already on the PS3?
Guacamelee was the same thing.
Okay, so
and I guess the big argument is that this has a new character, but I think the PS3 had an update where they got the new character. I won't swear to it, so I'm not sure.
So I'm not sure either.
So my theory is Dave Lang is installing gold toilets at Iron Galaxy. Episode 48, H-Bomb and Dave Lang's gold toilet.
Oh gosh. But yeah, I haven't played Dive Kick in a while, so I don't know. But it seems to be that whatever cross-buy is, it's developer dependent.
Yeah. Curve Studios announced the upcoming PS4 version of Thomas Was Alone. Will be free if you have it on PS3 and Vita. And Curve's been really good at that. So that's why Curve is better than Iron Galaxy.
And that's also an interesting game.
Thomas Was Alone? Yeah, I need to play more of it. John and Fred did a game club on Fantastic Neighborhood a while back, and man, I really need to play more of it. I played some of it, probably played the most I've played of it last year during Extra Life, so I may do some more during Extra Life.
Yeah. When are you going to get in on Extra Life?
I got a team going.
Yeah, just my schedule though, right?
Yeah. Just
work screws it all up.
Okay. Now, of course, a whole bunch of stuff on PS Plus came out today, including the PS4 version of Spelunky, which not only is that cross-buy, that's also Plus.
Spelunky is a plus.
Yeah, Spelunky is an awesome game. And somewhere Alex O'Neill is probably playing it right now. But yeah, Spelunky, PS4 version of Dust and Elysian Tale, which I never played on 360, so should be interesting. May have to try it. Rainbow Moon on Vita, which for some reason I couldn't find in the store, but I already got it, so no biggie. I mean, it wasn't listed in the store under the PlayStation Plus stuff. But one thing that was missing, the PlayStation Plus edition of Drive Club.
This is going to become the Wario Land of the PS4, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I could pay $50 and get the full version.
No,
but I'm not gonna pay the $50 until I get PS Plus version to try it.
Now, what is the difference between the PS Plus version? Because I know there's some things that are different about it. I can't
Yeah, more cars and stuff, I guess.
But yeah, first topic. I think someone dropped the ball, and there is no free version. Only the discounted $49.99 PS Plus version. And then someone says, I saw that the $60 version is unavailable now. I wonder if this was all a goof.
What?
So there's some strange things going on with Drive Club.
Yeah.
But yeah, I obviously don't know anything about this. Honestly, if on a PS4, I would have probably bought Drive Club. But I'm on an Xbone, so I have Forza 5 and Forza Horizon 2 instead.
You don't have a PS4?
No, not yet.
I thought you had both.
This is probably the last time.
Okay.
A lot of people are complaining about that the game isn't as good as they thought it was, though. And a lot of people are kind of miffed because they embargoed reviews until its actual launch date. Yeah. Which is something that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I think somebody joked about first rule of Drive Club: nobody
don't talk about Drive Club
until the embargo's up.
But yeah, other than that, let's see. Not that review scores matter anymore, but it got good reviews across the board. So who knows? It could be just a one-off that doesn't really like the game.
Yeah, I'm checking the store. Apparently, first thing I came up was the PS Plus price for the full, which is $50.
Yeah, this is saying this is something that is happening too often. As I said, my experience with pre-ordering Forza Horizon 2 digitally went awry. Drive Club's PS Plus version has gone awry. So many MMOs have launch day issues. They go sideways. And it comes back to what I was talking about yesterday. Why don't we have this right? We know how many, especially for the big ones, we know how many people are going to be trying to get into there. Why don't we have the capacity? Why don't we have the systems working? Why, after we've seen this go after so many times, are we repeating ourselves with this? It's like by now this should be anticipated, and it shouldn't become a regular event anymore.
Okay. But anyway, moving on.
So that's my 2 non-existent pennies because I live in Canada.
Okay. Oh, sorry. We got another. Oh, I thought you said you were going to say because you don't own a PS4. Yeah. I got one more PlayStation-related story. Little Big Planet 3 made a voice cast announcement. Hugh Laurie. Apparently he's going to be playing the antagonist. So, yeah, the Doctor is in.
Nice.
Dr. House. Well, of course, the narrator of Little Big Planet has been Stephen Fry. And, of course, Fry and Laurie was a British comedy duo. So yeah, kind of a reunion. And Hugh Laurie was saying that he didn't even know that Fry was doing the narrator. And of course, lots of praise for Stephen Fry, because of course he's awesome. But yeah, Hugh Laurie, awesome pickup, and I miss House. Yeah, I think Bones, when that goes off the air, is probably going to be the last show I watch on Fox for a while.
Because who watches anything on Fox now?
Yeah.
So even I know Fox. I guess what it is,
I
people
mean,
just know that Fox
they
News is
got
full of shit.
sports, and that's it.
NFL
And
every Sunday.
NASCAR. They have NASCAR.
Left turns intensify.
Speaking of which, of course, last week, AJ Allmendinger was eliminated from the chase the week we recorded episode 47. This week we recorded episode 48, and Jimmie Johnson had some major issues, and it's now back in the points. So I think next week, instead of doing episode 49, we're just going to do episode 18 again. Those who don't know, number 18 is Kyle Busch, and I hate him.
Because you want him out of the chase so badly.
Yeah. So, yeah, next week, episode 18.
Then in comes a resurrected Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to get to episode 88 before the end of the chase, so Dale Jr.'s fine. Except he's back in the points because he had issues at Kansas as well.
Yeah.
And this is it for NASCAR chat.
They're making another left turn!
Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. And
confirming what we already knew.
And the first wave of Amiibo coming November 21st. And Europe is getting it May 12th. I mean, December 5th. Yeah, I actually saw the European date first. So that's like, first I thought,
yeah.
What? They're not getting it until May?
You know what? I would be fine. I would be fine if it was December 5th here, because I actually just learned I am out for the weekend. Out for that weekend. It'll pretty much be possibly working, buying Smash, and then going away, and not being able to play it until I get back, which is gonna suck.
But what is coming out December 5th here in the States is Captain Toad.
Yay for adventure!
Yeah, and I think like a couple weeks into December is the second wave of Amiibo. But yeah. I'm just looking forward. I'm just wondering what Amiibo's going to do, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to go with first. I think out of the first wave, I definitely want to get Mario because it's Mario. I'm actually thinking of getting Wii Fit Trainer because I don't want to be in the same box as I wind up with Disney Infinity and not getting Francesco or Violet.
Here's a fun thing though about the release of Smash Wii U. Japan is getting it last.
Really? That I didn't know.
Yes. December 6th with Australia and New Zealand.
That is odd.
Usually Japan gets everything like 6 months before us.
Yeah,
like
and they got the 3DS version like a month ahead of us, or at least a couple weeks. We get a week up, 2 weeks up.
Well, doesn't matter because if things pan out the way they are, I won't be able to play Smash Wii U for the first weekend anyway.
Oh. But hey, there's my Black Friday.
That's right. It's on the Black Friday weekend too.
Yeah.
It's like, people are gonna go. People are gonna be lining up everywhere for Smash Wii U on Black Friday.
Oh, mine's already pre-ordered.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna pre-order mine soon too.
Amazon. You get
I have a big paycheck coming my way.
Amazon is probably, in my opinion, the best for pre-ordering games. Followed by, believe it or not, Best Buy.
I know, I've
I'm
always pre-ordered with EB Games. First, I've never wanted to pre-order anything online, something that actually has to be shipped to my home. It just feels it's like just the chance that I might not get it on release day
that's why I recommended
kind of irks me.
those two particular sites because they have been the best at getting it on release day. Or actually,
Well,
Best
at
Buy
least if you
actually
live
got me Disney Infinity a day early.
well, I guess if you live in the U, um, not sure about Canada, but I've just
Yeah,
always pre-ordered from EB.
but
You gotta
yeah,
get everything.
in the U.S., I highly recommend Amazon or Best Buy for your pre-orders, and I also highly recommend you stay away from Toys R Us.
Well, who's not buying from Amazon now, anyways? If they're gonna buy
Yeah,
stuff online.
yeah. I heard of folks getting I forget one of the big releases on actually getting it on Sunday from Amazon. I guess in some markets they have a partnership with the Postal Service of all people.
Whatever. It's like up here, we don't get postal service on weekends or holidays. Heck, at one point
That
we're not
Sunday
going
thing
to have it
is
to our
just
doors.
Amazon and just in selected markets.
It's like heck, it's like in a couple of years, we won't even have mail service to our doors anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, I think it's about time to wrap it up.
I think so too.
hbombandfriends.libsyn.com, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all/hbombandfriends, iTunes, Stitcher, subscribe, review, USF Hbomb and Friends, and Moofy17 on the Twitters. Reddit podcast shoutouts, Mustache Gamers, Irrational Passions, Game Enthused, Fantastic Neighborhood, Retro Fudgin Podcast, DMGS.com, Radio DMG.com, Retronic Radio, Podcast 64, ReclamationBrewing.com. They're making progress. Yeah. I think once they open, I need to make a trip to Pittsburgh. You know what? I
wonder if we'll have That Gamer Brew.
That's going on the list.
That'd be hilarious, but it's like I don't know. TGH has kind of been dead for a while now.
Yeah. You know what I'd love to be able to do one of these days? I'd love to put on a live event somewhere. H-Fest.
And 2 people would show up.
Yeah. And probably the 2 places I would consider putting it would be either in the Baltimore, D.C. area or in the Pittsburgh area, because that's probably where most of our friends are. And I'd really love to do it in Reclamation Brewing. And do like a live Hbomb and Friends, a That Gamer podcast live reunion, and a Cross Border Gaming live reunion.
Well, like who do we have in Pittsburgh? We have Brandon, Ben, we have Paul Baumgartner.
And is he in Pittsburgh? Albert Perkins.
Close. Oh, and Perk. Who's now with the Digital Noob.
Actually, no, he's with somebody else now. I think he's with Structured Gaming now. And he was with somebody after Digital Noob.
I'd love to get back into amateur blogging just casually somewhere.
Yeah. Maybe on hbombandfriends.com when we get it going. Coming in 2016. But yeah, I'd love to do. I'd love to do some sort of event like that. But yeah, I don't really have the money or time to put into that.
I'm stuck working retail, so of course I have no money.
Maybe if I win Powerball or something. But anyway, where was I? Of course,
Reclamation Brewing.
yeah, Reclamation Brewing. Next week on the show, we have Adam Colton joining us, hopefully. And I think in 2 weeks, we may have Matt coming back.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And then in 3 weeks, Wombat. And then the week after that is our final show.
See ya.
Kidding.
No one would miss
actually
us.
have Wombat on the show.
Never.
No. Anyway, my autism walk is this Saturday. Walk now for autismspeaks.org/SW Florida/HPrize. Thank you to Phil Theobald for our bumper. Thank you, Adam.
Of course.
And thank you for listening, Pat. Everything is fine. Okay, titles. You want to read the titles?
So you got, I am Groot. No, I am Groot. I've been battling Salthood. Here's looking at you, Wombat. I Sheep. I want to hear John sing Nickelback. Get over here! The Department of Homeland Security, first saving America, now saving the world. What a jobber. Apparently we didn't do our homework. I think he went the way of the Sega. Somewhere Dave Lang is installing gold toilets in Iron Galaxy. I can't keep a straight face when I say that.
H-Bomb and Dave Lang's gold toilet.
Somewhere Alex O'Neill is spelunking. Sega, now only localizing Sonic and Hatsune Miku. Almost literally. And That Gamer Brew.
I like, for the H-Bomb, and I like H-Bomb and Dave Lang's gold toilet.
Or I think he went the way of this. No.
Here's looking at you, Wombat.
Or here's looking at you, Womp. I don't want to keep being salty about that, though. I think the CBG saltiness from that is worn off now.
Here's looking at you, Wombat.
Or
you put the right episode number on here. You want to do 1 and 3, or you want to do 2?
Have we decided on the last one?
Here's looking at you, Wombat.
Okay, I'll do 2.
Okay. Okay. You're listening to Hbomb Friends, episode 48.
H-Bomb and Dave Lang's gold toilet.
Or here's looking at you, Wombat. Okay.